What's up, everybody? So we are back on Isla Sorna, aka Site B, with episode 5. And to recap what happened last episode, we basically started off in a Tyrannosaurus Rex nest, and I made a huge announcement that we had a new engine list that we will be releasing to the public every other episode or so. I named 11 new species. Well, one on the list is not actually new, but I named 11 new species. And if you guys want to know what those new species are that we have cloned and that we will be releasing, you'll have to go check out episode 4. So it was a pretty cool episode, especially with all the commotion that was going on with the baryonyx and the rexes. But yeah, so that was basically the biggest part of episode 4. We have a new engine list with 11 new species on it, and we are going to be releasing them. And fortunately, this is actually one of those episodes where we're going to be releasing 2 dinosaurs. Yes, not 1 but 2 dinosaurs. So to start off, voila, so we have one of the dinosaurs that are on the new engine list, and that is the Dreadnoghtus. So if you guys remember, I said we successfully cloned Trent. I had a little tongue twister. We successfully cloned 10 Dreadnoghtus, and we will today be releasing them in the wild. So the more reddish brown ones are the males, and the more dull brown ones with the, I guess, little orange spots are the females. So it's yeah, 10 of them, and we are going to be releasing them today in a while. I chose this area here on Isla Sorna because it's very huge, and if you guys remember, I said I was really excited to see when we released the Dreadnoghtus what parts of Isla Sorna would they take refuge on: the more red wooded areas with the Mamenchisauruses, or the more open vegetation type areas with the Brachiosauruses. So this area is pretty huge, very huge area, and it's actually this area is actually one of those areas on Isla Sorna where it's not really heavily populated by dinosaurs. So it's their first time in a while. I didn't really want them to be bothered by anything too much, so that's why I chose this area. We chose this area for our little, release enclosure. So anyways, let's prepare to release these guys. So we're gonna open up the gates. Like I said, this is their first time, they're finally going out into the wild. They will be on their own from here on out. And actually, I forgot to mention that we actually held these guys, we looked after them, of course, but we held these guys for a certain amount of time so we can see how we're going to open up our camera real quick. But we held these guys for a certain amount of time so we can see how they would adapt to each other. And some of these guys are actually already a mated pair, which is good because they're already going out into the wild with already basically being a mated pair. So they will populate very, very fast, and with these guys being as huge as they are, it's not really much that can take them out on the island. So yeah, these guys are one of the more bigger dinosaurs, and they don't really have anything to worry about. So as you can see, they are all moving out. Let me see, you got 3 back there, you got 2 females and 1 males, but they are all herding out of the gates, and they're heading out on the main floors of Isla Sorna. If we come over here a little bit, I guess I'll show you guys a little bit of the dinosaurs that's in the area. Here is a Dracorex being stalked by a Homocephaly. These guys, like Dracorexes and Stygimolochs and Homocephalies and stuff, like little herbivores, this area is very perfect for them because there's not really too many carnivores that come in this area because it's not really huge on things that they hunt, like Parasaurolophus or Corythosauruses or Edmontosaurus, stuff like that. And also it's a very good area for Apatosauruses because they love, huge open areas. Or we've seen in episode 3 that they're also pretty fine with dense vegetation type areas, because when I took you guys on that little tour, we actually encountered Apatosauruses. So I believe all the Dreadnoghtuses are out of their enclosure. Oh yeah, so I'm just trying to see something. So yes, all the Dreadnoghtuses are indeed out of their enclosure, which is very, very good. Oh wait, hold on, we still have one over here. Gonna actually check that one out. I wish I could there was a way I can scream through our little GoPro camera to wake it up. So we still have a male over here who has not made his way out yet, but so we're gonna give him a little time, and then we're gonna prepare to release our second dinosaur here on the island. So and I'm not releasing these guys in order that I named them, so you guys will never know what's being released next. So we're gonna go check out the island. I'm gonna go check out the rest of the island a little bit more. As we wait for that male to come out his enclosure. So over here we have some packies. So yeah, like I said, guys, like I mean, dinosaurs like the packies and Stygimolochs. This area is very, very good for them because there's not really much that's going to try to kill them. Basically, like carnivores don't really. This area is very secluded, guys. It's like a sacred little area. Okay, I think our male is actually getting up. So look how beautiful these guys are. They just fit so well. This is like one of my favorite dinosaurs on the new engine list, and I'm just so happy to release it into the wild for the first time. That is, this is the first time that you guys are even seeing, like, all of these dinosaurs were not on the original engine list, so this is the first time that you guys are even seeing these creatures, man. So we're gonna wait for our male. Let me see, where is he? Okay, he is making his way out very, very slowly. I really wish he'd hurry up. Okay, we're gonna actually open up another gate for him. That way he can get a fresh smell of the water. And we're gonna open our camera back up. So the quicker he get out, the quicker we can release our second dinosaur here on the island, our second species. Like I said, if you guys want to know the full 11 species that were named in episode 4, you'll have to go check episode 4 out. Episode 4 was indeed a fantastic episode. And you know, the biggest, greatest part about that episode was that I made an announcement about the new, the new engine list, basically. So there's a lot of fantastic dinosaurs on that list. Dinosaurs that you guys will be surprised that we even cloned, that we even took the time out to clone. So let me see, check on that male. I'd be so mad if a Dreadnoghtus just went right back in here for whatever reason. Okay, so our male is almost out. Yes, yes, yes. So alright, so what we are going to do is we're going to close. We're going to get these gates closed. And we're going to prepare to release our second species here on the island. And like I said, not only did I choose this area for the Dreadnoghtus, for our second species I chose this area too because it's a great little area for them to just adapt to real quick and choose where they're going, like how they're going to protect themselves here on the island, and how they're just what they're going to do basically overall. So anyways, we got all 10 of our Dreadnoghtuses out and they are beautiful. But time for our second species. Drum roll, please. You gotta imagine a drum roll. So, our second species is Spinosaurus. Yes. So, as you guys may know, Spinosaurus was already actually, well, one Spinosaurus is already actually on the island. If you remember about the incident that Alan Grant talked about back in 2001. But that Spinosaurus was a female. Everybody always wondered, and that Spinosaurus is now dead. If you remember what I talked about in episode 4, I said we actually got some DNA from that Spinosaurus, and we've successfully cloned 6 of these bad babies. So this is very exciting to every Spinosaurus fan out there. It's very exciting to me. Spinosaurus has been my favorite dinosaur since I've been a kid, and I get to work with these huge animals in the flesh. Spinosaurus is one of the largest land carnivores to ever walk the planet, and we have these guys back here on Isla Sorna. Not only do we have these guys back, but there's more than one of them this time. Excuse me. But there's more than one of these guys this time. So hold on, wait, I was about to, okay, let me make sure. So yeah, we actually cloned 6. We didn't clone 7 like we cloned 7 Carcharodontosaurus. We cloned 6. These guys are huge apex predators, so we didn't need to clone that many. These guys are already very solitary. They play fight a lot, but these guys, they're getting very mature where they have to claim their own territory. So right off the back, so like I said, this variation was actually the color that the original Spinosaurus was here on the island back in 2001, back like almost 20 something years ago. So these variations are actually females, just like the original one was. The more greenish ones, let me see, get out the sunlight. Okay, so yeah, these variations are actually females. The variation like this, the more greenish type brown, these are actually the male Spinosauruses. And excuse me, so we're going to see which one of these guys become a mated pair and how they, you know, protect themselves on the island. So yes, this is very, very exciting news. I am so happy. We have Spinosaurus back here on the island, and we have 6 of them. So actually, yes, let's actually get ready to release these guys into the wild. So we're gonna open up these gates and see basically what these guys do. This is just very, very exciting. The gates are open, and these guys are indeed already running out. We're gonna get our GoPro camera back open up. So today, guys, we have successfully released Dreadnoghtus and Spinosaurus onto the island. We have the male running out, followed by the female. Another female is about to run out. And we're just going to see how these guys adapt real quick in this open area. And this is just so exciting because everybody loves the Spinosaurus, and everybody has been wanting to see the Spinosaurus. You see how big they are compared. I mean, of course, the Dreadnoghtus towers over them, but as you can see, they're very huge. They're not that very small compared to the Dreadnoghtus. And we have all our Spinos out. Well, we got one more. We got a female that's about to make our way out. So my opinion, I actually prefer the female variations over the male variations, mainly because that's how the original Spinosaurus looked, and everybody know the original Spinosaurus to be a badass. So I mean, based off what Alan Grant, you know, reported about. So we're going to head back into our GoPro camera again. So we have successfully cloned and released 6 Spinosauruses onto the island. We're about to see how they adapt. We have also released Dreadnoghtus in this episode, guys. This is just so exciting, and I can't wait to see how these guys like interact with everything else on the island, as far as the Tyrannosaurus Rex and just everything over in the island overall. So there's so many of them, it's hard trying to follow them. Let me see how 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 right here. 2. Okay, so we actually have a kill. We have a male that just killed a homocephaly. These guys are everywhere on the island, so food is plentiful for them. Okay, we actually have a female that's about to make a kill. Boom! This is just so amazing. So these guys are already These guys are already killing successfully. They won't be able to harm the Apatosauruses. I mean, they're big compared to Apatosauruses, but it'll take a few of these guys to take a Apatosaurus down, and I doubt they'll actually take the time to do that. We got another female. She's probably running towards the lake or water, the water source. So these guys, you know, like I said, they were already getting pretty solitary. The original Spinosaurus is very solitary, very territorial. So it's like it's almost like she's the mother of the DNA for them. Like, she's the base DNA for them. So they will take on all her traits. It is very sad. I mentioned in episode 4, if I can get over these trees, it's very sad that she is actually dead. But you know, it's almost as if we got her kid. So we got her on the, oh, hold on, wait. So it's a Nasutoceratops, so I can only assume that there's actually more Nasutoceratops here on the island. And but no, so it's, you know, it's pretty cool to say that we have her DNA in these guys. So the male variations are actually pretty beautiful too, but like I said, the female ones, they resemble the original Spinosaurus so much. So, you know, I'm not being biased, I just, you know, automatically like them more. So it would be cool if a fight actually breaks out between the Nasutoceratops and a Spinosaurus, but we have to wait to find out. I'm trying to see where she might be heading to. Don't mind the storm. Like I said, the storm will never mess up our GoPro cameras. So yeah, as you can see, the males are actually a tad bit bigger. Look how big he is compared to the Apatosaurus, man. But yeah, the males are actually a tad bit bigger than the females here on my bad, I'm getting caught up. I'm just very excited, guys. But yeah, the males are actually a tad bit bigger than the females, which is, you know, really common in most dinosaurs here on the island. We might have a fight that's about to break out. These guys, they really don't know what to do. They're released, you know, for the first time in a while, so they're probably excited to just, you know, finally have space. Look at these guys. These guys are massive. Let's go check out the other ones. See what they might have ventured off to. This is, like I said, I chose this area because it's a very secluded area, very open area, so it's a perfect area for Spinosauruses. They'll figure out what they want to do with their lives and figure out if they want to stick together or, you know, choose their own territory. So these males are, gosh, these guys are very beautiful. I'm so excited, like, because you know I've had you guys as fans asking about certain dinosaurs, and I couldn't spill the beans. I couldn't tell you that the original Spinosaurus was dead, but you know I'm just happy that we finally will have these guys in future episodes. So let me see what we got over here. We have a female. Some of these guys, you know, they're probably just dazed. They don't really know what's going on. You know, they're released for the first time, so they're probably just really confused. We're gonna check and see if any more ventured off anywhere. We also have what appears to be, okay, so we have some more Apatosauruses over here, different color ones, along with some Aranosauruses. So I actually didn't even know these guys were over here until, of course, I came over here and checked. And I don't know why these guys are all drinking from this one little puddle when there's a whole river source over here. But yeah, we're just checking out the rest of this proximity to see if any Spinosauruses may have ventured off over here, which is looking like they haven't. Oops. Uh-oh. We're having camera difficulties. We're just going to zoom out and zoom back in. I mean, we're just going to tap into our camera and tap back out. So yeah, like I said, we're basically trying to comb the area to see. Seems they're kind of staying close to the enclosure. That's probably where they feel home is at. Boy, let me see. Hold on, wait. Did I miss a fight? No, please don't tell me I missed a fight. Okay, so it appears that an Spinosaurus was actually already killed. So these guys are not hesitating to show the herbivores who's top dog. And let me see, was it killed by a male or a female? So it was killed by a male Spinosaurus. So I am a little bit surprised that it wasn't a female at first, because female carnivores, or female, like I said, female animals in general, I actually mentioned that in the last episode, female animals in general are naturally more territorial than what male animals are. So yeah, as I said, we're checking, just trying to check and see where all these guys have ventured off to. There are 6 of them. When I released the 7 Carcharodontosaurus in the first episode, I mentioned that if any of them died, if they got too low, like if they were down really low on numbers, we would of course reclone them. Here goes some Ankylosaurus over here, but I'm not really worried about that though. About the Spinosaurus actually dying out, because these guys are, like I said, they have their mother's. It's not really their mother, but they have that original Spinosaurus DNA in them. These guys are apex predators, and I'm surprised. Just checking around. These Dracorexes better get out of the area. Dracorexes and Pachycephalosaurus. So it appears that these guys are really not venturing off anywhere for real. We have one sleeping right here. Female. It won't be long until. Yeah, it won't be long until these guys actually go off and claim their own territory. And it's not actually mating season right now. And these guys are actually relatively still kind of young, so it's not mating season, so they probably won't be trying to actually mate until mating season, you know, approaches. And then that's when, like say they go off to find their own territory, that's when you'll have like the males seeking out the females to, you know, basically mate. So yeah, we're just giving the proximity a little roundabout check. Family of Aranosauruses with some Apatosauruses. We're just checking off everything. We got some Triceratops and Dracorex. So yeah, we got some Trikes over here. They're a little hitting off. So like I also mentioned earlier in the episode, this area is very, like I said, it's like a sacred It's like a sacred little area. Not too many dinosaurs. Hold on, what's that? Oh, hold on. So not too many dinosaurs actually visit this area. And this is not the only place here on Isla Sorna where this actually happens. This appears to be, oh, hold on. This is actually a Carcharodontosaurus, but it's not one of the color variations that we released. Like, it's not from the original 7. So that obviously mean that they're mating. So, oh my god, wow. So this is actually pretty exciting news, guys. This is a young Carcharodontosaurus here. Only reason why I know why it's one from it's like a new Carcharodontosaurus, because it's not the color of the original 7 that we released. So I guess we can, you know, say that they're doing pretty good in a while. This is one of the newer ones. Look, you can just tell based off the color. So I can't really tell if it's male or female. I just know it's young and it's a different color, so that means that these guys are out in the wild and they are mating successfully. So that is pretty amazing. It would be cool if we can get an encounter with a Spinosaurus, but I doubt it. And dinosaurs don't really have, you know, just one egg, so I guess it's safe to say that there's more of these guys around, so that just adds to the populations of Carcharodontosaurus. So that makes me very excited. Let me see if it's going to go over to the Spinos. Carcharodontosaurus and Spinosaurus actually lived with each other, you know, millions and millions of years ago. So that's very very cool that we have a Carcharodontosaurus actually in the same area as the Spinos, the new Spinos that we released. So those Spinos are new. This Carcharodontosaurus is a young one. He's new based off some eggs that just hatched probably some time ago. So it would be very cool to see if these guys choose to fight each other or keep their distance, because, you know, they're new out in the wild. It's probably, I would even say, I guess it's safe to say that this guy is probably ventured off over here. He might not be able to, I mean, he's more than big enough to handle himself on taking out dinosaurs like Parasaurolophus or something like that, but he probably wants to keep his distance away from other carnivores like Tyrannosaurus Rex. And speaking of carnivores, we now have 3 large carnivores on the island. We got the Carcharodontosaurus, we have the Spinosaurus back, along with the Tyrannosaurus Rexes. So imagine those 3 all in one area. So it doesn't appear to be that he's going over to the Spino, so we're going to go back over to this area to check out. Ooh, we're going to zoom up a little bit. Okay, so we have a male kind of close to where the Carcharodontosaurus is at, but I doubt these guys, anytime you think these guys are about to go in a location you want them to go, they always do a turnaround. Just like that Carcharodontosaurus just did. So it's going to be cool to see how, I mean, it's going to be cool to study these guys. Now, we didn't really have time, you know, we only had certain documents of the Spinosaurus that terrorized Alan Grant when he was tricked on coming to the island back in 2001. So we now have these guys to view, you know. I can view these guys with all of you, and you guys can give me your thoughts on which ones you like better between the males and the females, and just going to see how they survive on the island. Like I said, without any doubt, I know these guys will become, you know, eventually become the apex predators on the island, or at least hopefully, if they're like their I keep saying mother, but it's not actually their mother, but if they're like the original Spino, because she caused a great extinction here on the island, which caused her downfall, because there wasn't really much to hunt when you're going up against, you know, dinosaurs like Tyrannosaurus Rex and other carnivores, Ceratosaurus and whatever else was on the island at that time. It's not really much to hunt if you're causing a great extinction along with those dinosaurs. So that's why we're constantly adding to the population. You can see a Dreadnoghtus mixing with a Apatosaurus, and you can see the difference between sauropods. So we're gonna just check out, see if there's any more Spinos in this area. We have a group in the Pseudoceratops. These guys are actually pretty beautiful too. One of my more favorite Ceratopsians. I prefer them over the Styracosaurus. Wait, probably not. Styracosaurus are one of my all-time favorites. That appears to be a male. So yes, guys, we're actually going to get ready to draw this episode to a close. We have a Carcharodontosaurus in the area. Oh, hold on, wait. I was about to say I doubt they're going to meet up with each other, but hold on. So the Carcharodontosaurus is scaring. I thought it was scaring away the group of rhinosauruses. So yeah, this guy's pretty young. You know, he's from a new batch of eggs, so he probably doesn't even know what to do with himself. Besides watch everything. This is how he will learn to hunt, though. He will continue to stalk these dinosaurs, stalk his herbivores. He will figure out which is his favorite. There we go. Look, look, look. He will figure that's how it's gonna go. He will figure out what is his favorite prey, and then he will take them out, of course. So this is pretty amazing. We just watched a Carcharodontosaurus take out a Rhinoceros. And that's why he probably chose this location, because there's not really too many dinosaurs. I mean, too many carnivores in the area for him to go up against. So he doesn't have to really compete for food. So that's how he will make himself go up to the top of the food chain, by stalking herbivores, figuring out who he can take out easily. Oh, I thought he was about to take out another one. So this Carcharodontosaurus appears to be bipolar. He takes out a kill. He makes a kill but doesn't kill it. I don't really know where he's going. I really want to see him go over to where the Spino is going, though, but I don't think it's going to happen. He just appears to be scaring these. Okay, so he's getting a drink of water. Probably a little dehydrated from the kill he just made. So yeah, anyways, as I was saying, we're getting ready to draw this episode to a close. I highly doubt that the Spinos, even though they're in the same area as the Carcharodontosaurus, I mean, it would probably be more better if the Carcharodontosaurus didn't go over to the Spinos anyway. There's 6 of them, and we don't really know who's close to who. Like, these guys are basically, you know, they're siblings. Not basically, these guys are siblings, so there's no telling if they will try to protect each other if they feel threatened. We're just following this female, heading over to the Ankylosaurus, so we might actually have a fight. So here we go. You know, females being more territorial. Okay, so no. She doesn't even know what these guys are. She don't know what kind of threat they actually are a threat to her indeed. So they can cause bad leg injuries or even death. So she's just trying to make sure you know, dinosaurs here on the island know her presence. She's trying to establish her presence, basically. Let me see, where are the other Spinos? So yeah, it won't be long until these guys you know, break off into their own little group. I mean, break off into, you know, their own, basically leave each other, you know, because like I said, Spinosaurus is very solitary type dinosaur. And they're siblings, as I mentioned, so it's only right that they're still with each other now, but that won't be for long. So okay, so we got this one actually sleeping next to his kill. So we're gonna go check out our Carcharodontosaurus again to see if it's somewhat got any close to the Spinosaurus. I really want to see what's gonna happen. I don't want to see the Carcharodontosaurus die, though, because, you know, it is new. And it makes me excited because it tells us that the original 7, well, actually 2 died. So the 5 that were released, 2 died in that first episode. So the 5 that went into the wild, they made it. You know, they're a mating pair, and this is one of those. This is one of the new Carcharodontosaurus from whatever pair that made it. And that just makes me excited because, you know, we don't have to worry about them dying. They're adding to their own population. They're being successful. So, yeah, that makes me very happy. But I don't really see any Spinosaurus crossing over to this trench. So it's safe to say these guys probably won't be meeting up with each other. But you never know. We might have a meetup in the future. So we're going to get ready to draw this episode to a close. I really hope you guys enjoyed the release of the Spinosaurus back on the island, the release of the Dreadnoghtus. You know, Dreadnoghtus is a dinosaur that you guys have never even seen before, and, you know, it's new to everybody. Spinosaurus you guys heard about, but finally we get to release it. So, tap back into my camera mode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and stay tuned to the next episode. As I always say, there's always such exciting stuff that we will be doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Appears we have another kill. Dang, we missed 2 Nasutoceratops fights with Spinosauruses, and two Nasutoceratops were actually taken out by males, so that's very interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.